Sometimes things work, sometimes things don't. Good Tuesday morning. I hope that everybody's having a great start to your day. Had a little technical difficulties with the camera. There we go. And coming up, Mary will be joining me here in just a little bit as we've got a lot of things to cover today. One of the things we got going on, we got to look at the markets. We'll do that here at 9:30. Of course, some interesting things in the news. Obviously, heard about what's happening at the Star Tribune, so that's kind of neat. We'll get into a little bit of that. Vikings getting a big victory last night for all you Viking fans. So I know that was kind of big on the list of things going on. I know a lot of Viking fans were not exactly thrilled at how everything started, but as things got going, they were able to come back and win. Well, looks like 125 employees will be laid off as Minneapolis printing facility outsources printing to Iowa for the Minneapolis Star and Tribune. 125 employees will be laid off. The change was announced by the Star Tribune CEO Steve Grove, who serves as Governor Tim Walz's chief economic advisor before taking over the paper. They announced it Monday. The paper will now be printed in a Garnett facility in Des Moines, Iowa, according to the press release from the company posted by the CEO. And the Star Tribune says it printed its daily newspaper at the Minneapolis facility for nearly 4 decades. The change will take effect on December 27th. The company cited declining print circulation and inefficiencies resulting in the operation of an underutilized print facility as reasons for the closure. The daily newspaper said it's currently uses only 18% of the Minneapolis facility's capacity and will save several $1 million in expenses annually. Additionally, the outlet said most newspapers nationwide have already consolidated print operations, as it is one of the latest publications to make this a kind of strategic move. The Star Tribune's distribution fleet will continue to handle delivery of the paper throughout Minnesota, saying our industry continues to evolve rapidly, and this change will help us preserve resources, invest in our digital transformation, and continue delivering the high-quality journalism Minnesotans count on, said the Star Tribune CEO Steve Grove. Grove also has served as Minnesota Governor Tim Walz's cabinet as a commissioner in the Department of Economic and Employment and Development before taking the helm at the Star Tribune. And his previous role, he frequently touted Minnesota business climate, in one case saying that people who start things in Minnesota tend to stick to it. But again, the Star Tribune going to be moving its publication, or the printing, down to Des Moines.
Okay. All right. Sorry that I had to join you a little late here.
Oh, no problem.
Got other things going, so thanks for stepping in. So I didn't hear your whole story because I was on the air with a different deal here. So
they're moving the printing for the Minneapolis Star Tribune from Minneapolis to Des Moines.
Okay.
125 people are going to lose their jobs.
Ooh, yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
Did it give a reason for going?
Well, just that they use just a fraction of the facility's capacity.
I'm
and
sure.
You're going to save millions doing this. So.
Okay. Well, cost-saving measures all over the place, right?
Yep.
Okay. I hold in my hand a new flavor of M&M.
Ooh.
And this is the size bag that.
Wow, you're going to be handing those out?
Yep, we are.
Nice.
And okay, so I tested this on my granddaughter yesterday. I had her taste them. And I think if I hadn't known the flavor, I'm not sure I would have come up with it.
Ooh.
But yeah, well, I won't say anymore because I don't want to give it away. But she did come up with one flavor that I do sense in there. It's a combo flavor. I'm going to give you that, okay? So after the break, I'm going to have you taste these M&Ms and see if you can come up with the flavor. It's brand new from M&M, as far as I know anyway. Of course, it could be out there forever, and I'm just late to the party, but I think they're kind of good. So.
What worries me is the orange box or orange package, so it's not pumpkin spice.
Okay, no, it's not pumpkin spice.
Okay,
I'll give you that. I hope you can't see from there, but yeah, it's orange.
All right.
And
well, it'll probably say on the package what it is.
Well, you can't see it though. I already looked.
Okay.
Yeah. It says at the top, but here we go. There. Now I won't show you, but yeah, it's really hard to read. It's in white lettering on that light tan. So I don't think, well, it doesn't matter if they can see it. You
I
didn't
can't
see it. No.
No, because the monitor's behind another monitor. So.
Right, okay. Well, anyway, so we'll do that a little bit later in the show. As I was driving in this morning in the fog, oh my goodness, holy fog, I came in, of course, now we have to come in on 88, and so I go by the racetrack, and I see the signs for parking for the Wissota 100, which is just about ready to get underway, right?
Tonight?
Yeah. Oh, it is tonight. I was thinking tomorrow. Okay.
No, in the past, it started on Wednesday, but
okay.
they've got the, I'm trying to remember the series. There's a special series that they started their championship run in Ferguson. They're going to end on, they're going to have one race or a couple races tonight, then they'll have the championship tomorrow. And so I can't remember if it's Super Stock or just got done talking to Nikki about it, and it's actually in our Wissota Speedway Motors Wissota 100 minute that we do.
Well, anyway,
but there's races tonight. It's not the full package. The VIP tent won't be up and running today, but we'll be doing that tomorrow.
Okay.
As the bulk of the races start, but they'll be racing tonight.
Okay, sounds great. Well, let's see what else we have for you. Remember when we talked about the mail, and they were going to start with tariffs?
Yep.
On anything that was over $800. Well, now international mail shipments to the U.S. fell 81%.
One thing I noticed, my dad keeps, he loves bringing this up, that he had to pay an extra $30 for tariffs on something he ordered for Christmas from my mom, and it's not over 800. It's just the company's just decided to throw that in.
Oh boy, did that make him back out?
No, he still bought it, and he said there was another thing he wanted to buy that they wouldn't ship to the U.S. because of tariffs.
Do you know what? I did find, I did not realize, I never even thought of tariffs, but I tried to order, okay, so I have a very favorite pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses. I've had them for years, but they're pretty scratched up, but I absolutely love the style, and I would do anything to find them again. So I've looked locally where I've got them, and of course, they're onto the latest, greatest styles. But sometimes you can find, older versions. Well, I found them online, and they would not ship to the United States.
Yep.
And I bet you're right. I never even occurred to me, but I bet you're exactly right about that. Well, anyway, the exemption had allowed parcels under $800 to enter the United States duty-free until now. Anyway, traffic absolutely collapsed on August 29th of this year, the day that the new rules took effect. The exemption in place since 1938 was removed after U.S. officials argued it enabled tariff evasion and illegal drug shipments. So that's what they were trying to stop. Anyway, so now those things coming into the United States, maybe my sunglasses that I want, they're just not shipping to the U.S. because it costs too much on the other end. Okay? So anyway, maybe that's the reason I can't have my sunglasses. All right, Supreme Court on Monday lifted restrictions on federal immigration enforcement in Central California. And of course, the left not very happy about this. The decision overturned rulings from 2 lower courts that had blocked the tactics, citing potential Fourth Amendment violations. The court offered no explanation, but the 3 liberal justices, of course, dissented. Justice Sonia Sotomayor called the ruling a grave misuse of the emergency docket. She maintains that she's kind of going the racial route, that this is just because somebody has dark skin, speaks Spanish, and has a low-paying job, we can't automatically just go to them and assume that we're going to deport them. And clearly that is not what's happening.
No.
Anyway, so that happened. Of course, now we've got people carrying more signs. I think there's a giant population across the United States that just plain doesn't have a job, and this is their job, holding a sign at a protest.
Oh,
my goodness.
California.
And how many of them are being paid to stand there and hold those signs?
Quite a few.
We don't know that either. Let's see. Democrats on the House Oversight Committee have released a birthday message allegedly written by President Trump to Jeffrey Epstein on his 50th birthday. The note included a 2003 birthday book compiled by his then, I don't know, girlfriend, companion, whatever she was, Ghislaine Maxwell, featuring the outline of a woman's body. Sort of, yeah. I mean, so a waist, little wider at the hips, and two little lines up top. Anyway, and then, so anyway, they assume, and they're saying that that was Donald Trump that had drawn the picture and was signed Donald. So, of course, the White House there's a lawsuit now, of course, citing that this is absolutely not true, that he never drew the picture, and that is not Donald Trump's signature. So we'll see where that goes. President Trump announced plans for the Department of Education to issue guidance protecting prayer in public schools. He made the remarks Monday at a Religious Liberty Commission meeting held at the Museum of the Bible in Washington, D.C. Trump did not provide a timeline or specific detail on that directive. The Supreme Court has restricted school prayer since the 1960s. Yeah, so again, I think we're just trying to, I feel
Watch
like
that pendulum.
that pendulum keeps swinging back over to the right. And this is one of those things. And of course, certainly I'm all for prayer in school or everywhere else, so don't get me wrong. But I do feel like there's other policies, politically speaking, maybe that
be a little more advantageous.
Well, that need to be sorted out first.
Yeah.
Prayer in public schools, I mean, if you had the option, absolutely. Who wouldn't say, well, a lot of people wouldn't, but I'm absolutely for it. I love that he is, trying to bring God back into the classroom, and it just seems like there's so many uphill battles that this one is just going to be adding to that pile of uphill battles. I hope he can accomplish all this in the next 3 almost and a half years. Let's see. There was an Oregon man. He's 40 years old. He was arrested last week for allegedly, get this, residing in a crawl space beneath an apartment building. And, of course, he did not have permission to do that. Can you imagine living in a crawl space? I wouldn't want to
if you're homeless,
I guess.
You don't have too many options.
Deputies responded around 11 p.m. after a witness saw an unknown man park. He's got a car.
Yeah.
I would choose the car.
Yeah.
Enter the back of the complex with light visible from the crawl space before the door closed. Officers discovered the damaged door was locked with an extension cord running through a vent. The property owner confirmed no one should be there and reported hearing strange noises previously. Yikes. After forcing entry, deputies found the man, and he had taken significant steps to improve the conditions of the crawl space and was obviously living inside. Wait till you hear. He did some renovating. They discovered a bed, lights, chargers, televisions, and electronic equipment connected to the building's power supply. Must be a big crawl space.
Yeah.
A pipe tested positive for methamphetamine, and he now faces burglary and drug possession charges. Bail is set at $75,000. So it doesn't say where this happened. I was just going to say, depending on where he is, he'll probably be out by noon.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway.
So actually, it's California.
Yeah. So how would you like to live in a I guess, but and how would you get away with it for long enough to kind of set up shop?
Oh.
Wow.
Well,
that'd be freaky though.
Obviously, he's been there for a little bit.
I guess. Wow. Even scarier, right? All right. Well, got any ideas in your head on the package here?
No, I'm not going to go into it thinking I know what it is. I'm going to go into it blind and try it.
I wish I was going in blind, so I could really. Now that I know what it is, I can taste it. But like I said, it's a combo, and one taste overtakes the other. That's the only clues I'm going to give you.
Well, don't give me any clues.
Well, there.
I want to go blind.
Okay, well, sort of blind. Okay.
Sort of blind.
All right. Well, we'll take a break, and I'll run these into you. You take a handful and see what you think. And takes more than one, so I got to give you a few at least.
Give me a couple, and we'll do them when we get back.
Yeah. So this package has only been opened for blind taste testing.
Blind taste testing.
Yeah, and I only did one blind taste test with my granddaughter yesterday, and she wasn't even close. So we'll see how good your taste buds are. All right, coming up on 9:30. Break for the markets. We're back with more on Morning Talk.
Back with more Morning Talk with Mary Dolan and Dave Bishop. Brought to you by Pioneer Care and Fergus Falls Monument Company. After the markets on News Talk 1250 KBRF. Depend on it.
Looking for that perfect SUV? Find it at Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. They've got a great selection of Chevy Traverses in stock, roomy, reliable, and packed with the latest technology and safety features. Stop in today, take a test drive, and see why your next SUV should come from Minnesota Motor Company. Together, let's drive. Minnesota Motor. South Pebble Lake Road, Fergus Falls.
Keeping you company out on the lakes. The Minnesota Twins and News Talk 1250 AM KBRF.
Hey, it's Chris Atterbury. Join me alongside Paul Molitor tonight for Twins baseball. We're on the air at 8:38 first pitch. Sebby Matthews, Kyle Hendricks. Twins bidding for a third straight win on your home for Twins baseball.
News Talk 1250 AM KBRF. Depend on it.
This fall, give your kids a head start on learning and fun with the Fergus Falls Community Education. Watch your mailbox for the fall flyer packed with classes for adults and kids. Just for kids, choose from babysitter training, cross-country running, and junior rifle club, to healthy cooking for kids, volleyball, and youth archery. There's something for every interest. Registration is quick and easy online. Fergus Falls Community Education, where learning and fun come together.
Local farmers. Lake Cabin Meat and Deli Company in Fergus Falls currently has open slots and accepting animals. They take the hassle out of processing and butchering your livestock. From custom cuts to expert butchering, they handle it all with care and precision. Serving Fergus Falls of the Lakes area, they're proud to support local farmers like you. Call or visit Lake Cabin Meat and Deli Company today to schedule your meat processing. Lake Cabin Meat and Deli Company, where quality meets tradition, on Highway 210 East.
With its increased efficiency and lower fuel costs, ag producers know that propane is better for their bottom line. And now, participating in the Propane Farm Research Program can impact your bottom line. Share your propane equipment performance data and you can receive compensation like up to $5,000 towards towable generators and generators for backup power, and up to $2,000 for propane building heat systems. To take advantage of all the ways propane is better for your bottom line, start your application today at propane.com/PFRP.
Find out why the markets are moving. Get in-depth ag information with the Red River Farm Network on News Talk 1250 KBRF. Depend on it.
This is the Red River Farm Network. Good morning. I'm Jamie Dickerman coming to you from Big Iron, the Big Iron Farm and Construction Show. We're at the Red River Farm Network Issues and Event Center broadcasting here today. Make sure you join us here from the event. We'll be here all 3 days, and we got a lot of great seminars and things going on here. We'll get into that. Taking a look at markets right now. Yesterday's crop progress report saw corn ratings down a point from last week at 68% good to excellent, but this was higher than the trade estimate. 95% of the crop is in the dough stage, 74% dented, 25% mature. Estimates for the WASDE report to come out on Friday, seeing 25-26 ending stocks for corn, around 2.01 billion bushels, which that would be down 104 from last month. Yield expected to decline as well to 186 bushels per acre. Soybeans completely unchanged to start the day. Crop report saw soybean ratings falling by 1 point to 64% good to excellent, but that was a point above the trade guess. 97% of the crop is setting pods, 21% dropping leaves. Estimate for the WASDE report seeing the 25-26 ending stocks slightly lower to unchanged. All three wheat classes were lower to start the day. Yesterday's crop progress report showed spring wheat harvest now 85% complete, which is a point above the 5-year average. Winter wheat crop now 5% planted, which compares to the 5-year average of 6% for this time of year. Estimates for the Friday report seeing both the 24-25 and 25-26 endings basically unchanged, with the first at 863 million bushels. World ending stocks expected to increase slightly as well. You're listening to the Red River Farm Network.
Brought to you by the Soy Checkoff. Investing farmer dollars to boost demand for U.S. soy. Drive on-farm resilience. Bring value to U.S. soybean farmers. Led by its 77 farmer leaders across 30 states, your Soy Checkoff strategically invests in market segments spanning animal health and nutrition, biofuels, infrastructure, production research, new uses, and international trade. Always looking 5 to 10 years out to ensure soybean farmers have viable markets for the future. Learn more at unitedsoybean.org.
Unique farming operations need unique financial solutions. Ag Country Farm Credit Services offers customized financing that fits any size farm, ranch, or agribusiness. The next time you're in the market for more land, equipment, facilities, or maybe even an operating loan, contact the team at Ag Country. They know agriculture and will work for you. Ag Country. Focused on ag, focused on you. Ag Country is an equal opportunity lender.
The Big Iron Farm Show, September 9th, 10th, and 11th. Join us in the Red River Farm Network building near the center of the grounds, straight ahead from the main gate. Market Outlook seminars each day at 1:30. Forums also planned on ag weather, farm policy, and USDA programs. Visit rrfn.com to see the full agenda. Join us on site or online on the Red River Farm Network YouTube channel and yourliveevent.com. The Red River Farm Network Issues Center, sponsored in part by Hefty Seed, Ag Country, and Minnesota Corn Growers Association. We'll see you at Big Iron.
With that morning cup of coffee and the Red River Farm Network on the radio, you're ready to take on the day. Farming and ranching is a bottom-line business, and we treat it that way at the Red River Farm Network. Our team of dedicated ag journalists include Don Wick, Tyler Donaldson, and Jamie Dickerman, plus ag meteorologist Drew Lerner. Farm news, markets, and weather from the #1 rated farm radio team in the region. We're the Red River Farm Network, and we're reporting agriculture's business.
Taking a look at the numbers right now, we're looking at Minneapolis wheat December. We are down 2.5, 574 1/4. We got Chicago December down a penny right now at 522 3/4. December KC down 3 1/4, 514. We have December corn down a half cent right now, 421 1/4. And we got November beans right now down 1 1/4, 1032 1/2. Switching over to livestock here. October live cattle right now, we're down 292 at 232.90. We have the September feeders down 545, 355.50. And looking at lean hogs, October up 85 cents, 96. Europe.
What's the ox say?
Today on Hot Talk with the Ox, right away, how about them bikes? Then hear about how one Minnesota senator wants stiffer penalties for carjackers and such. At 3:06, Governor Walz still says he wants a special session and looks like he's running again. We'll see. At 4:06, hear what wine of the week Jeff has picked out on the West Side Liquor Wine Line. Then hear fellow Ox listeners' wines of the week. See you for Hot Talk with the Ox today from 2 to 5 on KBRF.
What's the ox say?
The Speedway Motors Wissota 100, fueled by Minnesota Motor Company, Swanston Equipment, and KJ Country 96.5 is on through Saturday at I-94 EMR Speedway in Fergus Falls. Tickets and camping info at wissota.org. Drivers from around the upper Midwest will compete to be awarded Speedway Motors Wissota 100 champion. Catch the action live on KJ Country 96.5 and with the Fergus Now app. Special thanks to Buyer Towing and Transport, Buyer Auto Body, Elizabeth Liquor, and West Metro GMC Buick. The Speedway Motors Wissota 100, where adrenaline meets excitement.
Keeping you company out on the lakes, the Minnesota Twins, and News Talk 1250 AM KBRF.
Hey, it's Chris Atterbury. Join me alongside Paul Molitor tonight for Twins baseball. We're on the air at 8:38 first pitch. Debbie Matthews, Kyle Hendricks. Twins bidding for a third straight win on your home for Twins baseball.
News Talk 1250 AM KBRF. Depend on it.
West Metro Buick GMC has been a sponsor of Wissota Racing for many years. Jeff and his team love racing, and it was that passion that ignited their love for Wissota. West Metro Buick GMC wants to say thank you to all the drivers, pit crew members, and race team owners who have supported Jeff and his team because they sponsor Wissota Racing throughout the season, year after year. So if you're in the market for a new Buick GMC or a pre-owned vehicle, or just want to talk dirt track racing, take a drive to West Metro Buick GMC just off I-94 in Monticello.
It's a News Talk 1250 KBRF. Listen anytime, any place with the Fergus Now app on your phone. It is 9:37 and 63 right now in Fergus Falls, and we're back on Morning Talk, kind of turning into a slight food show here as we start things off. And Mary, I'm going to throw Derek onto the bus right off the bat.
Are you?
And
Okay.
He does not like Reese's.
What?
Nope.
Are you kidding?
I
don't know if you can work here.
I didn't think there was a person alive that did not like
I'm
Reese's
not sure he
peanut
can
butter
be our
cups.
friend anymore.
I'm not the largest fan of peanut butter, and something
my
about peanut butter and
gosh.
chocolate together, I'm just generally not. Now, I like Reese's Pieces. I will say that. I do like Reese's Pieces. But your typical Reese's peanut butter cups, I am not a very big fan of.
Okay, well, if you don't love peanut butter, I could eat peanut butter. In fact, John makes so much fun of me because I eat peanut butter on the weirdest things. But you find peanut butter on weird things. You find it on burgers at restaurants.
Yep.
You find it on pizzas.
Yep.
And those are my two favorites.
You find it on a salad
Yeah.
with little raisins on them.
Yeah.
Ants and log.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I love peanut butter, like spoonfuls out of the jar peanut butter. Oh, love it.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, if you missed the show yesterday, we were talking about the fact that I already have my Halloween candy. And to me, I think this is a new flavor from M&M. And maybe it's been out there forever and I just haven't heard of it, which is totally possible. But anyway, this is what I'm giving out for Halloween. And I just wanted you guys to see if you could determine what the flavor is.
And it is a combo. You said
It
it's
is a
twofer.
combo flavor. So, Derek, that's the only
hint
that I gave you. So I gave you each kind of, a few. So go ahead and jump
a very
in.
large handful.
Yeah. So give those a try and see which. I'm going to eat one too. They're so good. I know. So it takes more than one. Pardon us for the chewing.
Yeah, you can hear the crunchies. I'll turn off my mic.
Yeah, all three of us are eating them. I think there's an over.
I think I've got it.
Okay, all right.
I think I've got it. All right, Derek, do you think you've got it? So we can go in at the same time?
I've got an idea. I don't know. I'm not very confident in it, but sure, let's.
I think it's peanut butter and jelly.
I was going to say the same thing.
You're exactly right.
It was
Good job, you guys.
You could taste the jelly, and then knowing it's a combo, peanut butter and jelly.
You know what the hint is? That it's like a hint of strawberry.
Yeah, right there.
Yep.
I was going to say, I tasted the strawberry. I forgot about it because I got the flavor of like peanut butter, of like a Reese's.
Because he hates peanut butter.
But I like Reese's Pieces, and I'm like, wow, this is very reminiscent. And I'm like, well, if it's a combo, then it's got to be.
It is a little Reese's Pieces-ish. They're pretty good, aren't they?
Not bad.
When I saw peanut butter and jelly, I thought, ugh. I never did look inside. What does it look like inside? Can you see the jelly?
Not really.
Oh. But there's just so much of a hint of strawberry.
There's enough strawberry, and knowing that it's a combo, that you can make the leap to peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, maybe maybe that was too much of a hint.
Yeah.
But otherwise, that was pretty obscure.
I mean, they're not bad. I mean, the more you know what it is, the more you can taste it.
I think you're right.
Does this mean I can have these for breakfast?
For sure. Peanut butter and jelly, you bet.
Awesome. I'm definitely going to do that.
From the makers of Uncrustables.
Yeah, I know. Well, I thought of you right away, Dave, because of your love for Uncrustables and the strawberry version. That's what reminded me of this. I don't know that I would have caught peanut butter and jelly had I gone into a blind taste test. Maybe if I had known it was a combo, that would have made it a little bit easier, but...
Yeah, because it's like you can taste the strawberry, and like you're right, one is overpowering the other, and
Yeah,
the
definitely.
strawberry's over there, and it's like,
Yep.
well, what would strawberry go with? Well,
Right.
peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, speaking of new and different candies, I picked up a bag of gummy worms last night. I
Oh.
was explaining to Dave about this.
They sound genius.
They are Mountain Dew flavored sour gummy worms.
Oh, that sounds disgusting.
They're all right.
Really?
So you have them in there?
I've got them right here.
Well, bring one in.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll bring one in.
Oh, boy. Here we go with...
It's an impromptu KBRF Radio presents Where to Eat in the studio. Junk
Right,
food.
exactly. Junk food in the studio. That's our topic today.
All right, they start off, they're
Oh.
red.
Okay. Okay.
Now, in full disclosure, Mountain Dew also has a trolley version of Mountain Dew. I had it at the Lakeway Express. They had a customer appreciation day, and I tried it out there. It was very interesting. I liked it for about the first half, and then the second half I was like, a little too
bring
sweet.
me one?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were wanting one.
I do want one. Okay, so Dave's trying it. What do we think? Yeah, I bet I gotta try them. I love gummy worms, but does it matter what color I take?
Yep, so
What?
ones are Voltage, red ones are Code Red, and green ones are the original Mountain Dew.
Okay, I need a green one.
I'm gonna do Voltage. So, here's Voltage. Wow, that's an interesting color.
I need a green one.
Mm.
The red one does taste like Code Red.
I don't drink any.
You don't drink
Wow.
pop, period.
I don't. That's sour.
Yeah, they're a bit sour.
I like sour. Normally I'm not eating sour stuff on the air, actually when we're being seen, and so.
Yeah.
Sorry about the.
No,
taste.
so
Wow.
I saw a review of this before, like it
That
started
hurts
hitting
back here.
the shelves around here, but I tend to agree with it. The Mountain Dew, in my opinion, tastes too much just like a generic lemon lime. I can personally get a little bit of a hint of Mountain Dew,
Yeah, it's generic lemon lime.
but it's pretty much just generic lemon
Code
lime.
Red, though, I thought was spot on.
Code Red, I had my wife try it yesterday. She did not say it. She's like, "This is just cherry." I was like, "No, there's a little bit of a distinction."
Okay, well, I don't drink any of those kinds, so I don't know what to compare it to, but I did like the blue one. I mean, my face would have indicated otherwise, but I like sour. It's just, it was sour a little.
Yeah, the blue ones are fantastic. They
Yeah, they're
taste
good.
like exactly like the soda.
Okay.
They were actually pretty good. So I just happened to have these in here. You guys were trying candy, so I'm like, I'll bring this up.
Although I am impressed, both Derek and I nailed the flavor.
I know, both of you did. That's great.
It's almost as if we're professionals.
It is almost. Almost.
we could almost host a food show.
Okay, so you could. Well, you can both come trick-or-treating at my house, okay? Because I got
Sounds
a bunch of those. So, anyway.
And shameless plug, KBRF presents Where to Eat. Go to kbrfradio.com
Yeah.
and click on Where to Eat. Our latest episode, Gateway Pub in Henning. Zach, Derek, and I go there.
watch those shows.
Oh yeah, if you're in Henning, try the pizza.
Okay.
I've got to get out there. Some of the other pizzas that they had, we tried the, was it Brandy's spicy chicken?
Yep.
And then there was the fajitarita with pot roast instead of chicken. You might be thinking
that sounds weird.
You may think it sounds weird, but it was good.
Delicious.
Yeah, I don't know if you can add anything to a pizza that.
And then the one that I want to try, I need to loop back and try because they've got this special beer cheese sauce that they use for it. And they use the pot roast and then probably some peppers and stuff. But they got a Philly cheesesteak pizza.
Ooh. Okay, I would try that.
And the thing that really sets it out is the crust. The crust is what really made it.
So at the day after, and actually both the day after and the next day after, we had some leftover pizza. I took it and I put it in the microwave. So I just absolutely destroyed the pizza. The crust was still light and fluffy.
Oh.
It did not lose any of that,
Okay.
which was just incredible.
Okay. And I've got a tip for heating up pizza, just so you know, and maybe you guys already know this. But I heat it a little bit in the microwave so the top is warm, and then I put it in a frying pan. And for just, just so it doesn't get too dark. But, and your crust immediately crisps up just like when you got it the first time around.
That's a pro tip there.
I know, it is a pro tip, and it really, really works. But you kind of got to put it in the microwave first because you got to heat the top part and melt the cheese, and then you crisp up the bottom in a fry pan.
I just realized your camera's having issues again.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, it's probably better I'm not on camera anyway. All right, okay, should we move on from food? It's always fun to do that food stuff for sure. And especially, I can't believe you guys both came up with peanut butter and jelly. That was really great. All right, here is a guy. He's 36 years old. I take that back. It's a woman, backing up, 36-year-old California woman. She was rescued on Saturday morning, spent 18 hours lost in Michigan's Pigeon River State Forest during a YouTube survival contest.
It looks like she may have failed.
Well, she survived, but she got lost, so I don't know if that counts. Contestant left base camp Friday around 5 p.m. to search for water, but she never came back. Contest organizers searched unsuccessfully before calling 911 around 5 a.m., so now she's been gone 12 hours. Ground crews, canines, and a Michigan State Police helicopter joined the search effort. The helicopter spotted her around 10:40 a.m. in a swampy area where she was waving among trees, and Lieutenant Ashley Miller said 8 contestants were participating in a 5-day challenge in a heavily forested area. Absolutely no cell service, very hard to navigate at times, and the woman was found among the trees and bushes. She suffered no serious injuries and walked out with the ground officer's guidance. So just simply lost. But here she is, she's on a Survivor show, and she gets lost. It's maybe embarrassing, right? Let's see what else we have. How many times have you had a product that you have recalled? Now, this could be...
I don't think, a car, they'll have a recall for a safety issue that just magically just shows up. And
Right. And I feel like those recalls kind of happen all the time. But product recalls have actually jumped more than 40% in the last 5 years.
Really?
Yeah, and so this is a lot more than cars. This is, other products that you would buy. Oftentimes there's recalls on food products.
Yep.
The latest one was a bunch of cheese. And Minnesota I can't remember the name of the company, but Minnesota was one of the states that this cheese had been delivered to.
Mm-hmm.
And there were, I think, 4 or 5 different varieties of, sliced cheese. And there was some shredded varieties as well. But being recalled for possible listeria contamination. So we see those kinds of things happening all the time. Fire hazards actually lead all recalls by 21%. Yep. Followed by burns. So you could set a fire, you could get burned.
That's some nasty cheese.
No. We're moving on from cheese.
I know.
And heat-related explosions. Those are what products are being recalled for. Lithium-ion batteries, kitchen appliances pose the greatest risks. Bowflex dumbbells that broke during use, causing 337 incidents and 111 injuries, including concussions and broken toes.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that falling on your foot? Oof. Shark Ninja recalled 1.8 million pressure cookers after lids opened during use. That's dangerous. Wow. Burned 106 people with over 50 suffering severe burns. I remember my mom cooked with a pressure cooker all the time. So did my grandma. But I will never forget being at my Grandma Draxton's house one day, and she was making bean soup, and she was using her pressure cooker. And somehow she removed the cover before the pressure had been released. And I remember it was an explosion. And there were beans literally all over the walls and completely covering the ceiling. It was covered in beans because there was so much pressure in there. And she took that cover off. Luckily, nobody got hurt, but there were beans everywhere. I will never forget that. So those pressure cookers, that can be kind of dangerous. I was always a little scared of that.
That's why I like my Instapot. It's a pressure cooker that, you know.
But that's basically what that is.
Oh, yeah,
a pressure cooker, yeah. So these companies face massive costs, with nearly half reporting losses between $10 and $50 million based on some of these recalls.
Well, if you get exploding cheese.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. All right, completely switching gears here. If you are one of those people that gets car sickness, do you ever get car sick?
Every once in a while. I would get it every once in a while if I was in the back of Jenny's type of van. I'd get a little bit of car sickness in there.
Yeah, and how often do you ride in the back seat?
Not very often.
Almost never,
Yeah.
right? I don't think I get car sick. But again, I don't often have the option of sitting in the back seat.
Yeah.
But I don't remember even as a kid ever getting it. But they say that there could be an easy fix for that, and that is upbeat music. Yep. Yeah. This is a study from Frontiers in Human Neuroscience found that joyful, upbeat music cut car sickness by 57%.
Really?
Yeah. So put on the headphones to your kids in the back seat and play some joyful music, and you won't have to pull over for anybody to throw up. I don't think I ever got car sick. Although I do remember my cousins, and we thought it was the coolest thing ever. They had 5 kids, so they always had a station wagon.
Mm-hmm.
And they had the station wagon when it was the latest, greatest, where the back seat faced
out
the rear.
Yep.
And we thought that was so cool that you got to face the other direction.
I'm trying to remember if I ever got motion sick in that.
I think it left you feeling kind of weird.
Yeah, because our friends, the Horgans, had one like that, and it was...
Yeah, and the other time, I remember going with a group of people. We went out to Big Sky skiing, and we rented this big motorhome, and there were like 4 couples or something like that. Anyway, so this motorhome, 35-foot motorhome, sort of, I think, and it kind of does this.
A little sway.
A little sway that you don't really notice until you have been swaying for 10 hours, and it was about a 13-hour trip, if I remember right. And we got out partway there and went into a restaurant to grab some lunch, and all of us felt like we were sitting at the table swaying back and forth, and we're like, oh. That's the other time I remember. And I don't know that it was car sickness. It just was this weird...
You needed to start saying, what would you do with the drunken skier? What would you do with the drunken skier?
Yes, exactly. So anyway, that was kind of cool. All right, I do have... I've only read the headline, but it feels like a feel-good to me. It says this: Wyoming sheriff recovers lost stuffed animal for an 8-year-old boy. Doesn't that sound good?
Nice.
A stuffed animal belonging to an 8-year-old William K. blew away at a Wyoming rest stop as his family was returning to St. Louis from a ski trip on March 23rd. Strong winds scattered items from their car. Father Bill K. emailed Carbon County Sheriff Alex Bakken with GPS coordinates and photos after discovering the toy was missing at their Kansas motel. Nothing would make me happier than seeing if we can help ensure dog's safe return to St. Louis, meaning the stuffed dog. Anyway, Deputy Tyler Christensen found the brown stuffed animal in a nearby foliage and mailed it back with Sheriff's Department souvenirs.
Oh, nice.
He helps me fall asleep at night, Williams said. I was sad when he was lost and almost cried when I got him back. Bill Kay noted his son learned there are good people, great people in this world that will do things to help you even when they don't know who you are. Isn't that nice?
That is awesome.
I know, I love it.
It's good to see law enforcement helping out.
Yeah, and another feel-good. Vikings win last night. Didn't look like it was going to happen. I didn't stay up for the whole game. Nope, but I did see the highlights this morning, and they did pull it out, believe it or not.
And the Packers won as well on Sunday. I forgot to mention that yesterday, but the Packers beat up on Detroit.
Okay, all right. Well, our two teams moving ahead. Okay.
Exactly.
All right, coming up on 10 o'clock, that is going to wrap it up. Thanks for joining us. Our show today and every day is brought to us by Pioneer Care and by Fergus Monument Company. Have a great day.